Oh yeah. Like I was telling you, man, it looked like Jake Paul went to the fucking Mayweather School of Dancing.
And we were talking about that at work with the people who saw the fight. Everybody's like, yeah, he looked like Mayweather out there, but Mayweather only got to that point because he had fucked up both of his hands.
You do got a point there.
So it's like at this point, this is what I have to do to keep boxing. And this is all I know how to do because look, the brother can't read. Um, that's no shade, no tea. But 50 Cent exposed that man. Pettiest person on the planet. What's up, y'all? West Coast Graps episode 36. I'm Suge. That's Matty Laws. I think we have a lag. And so Matty might turn his camera off for this episode. He left. He'll probably be back. You know, we gotta fix that. It's been a hell of a week. I feel like John Cena just retired. And right after that,
Yeah, we ain't got no time for no lag today.
we don't. But I feel like John Cena just retired, and then I look up, and Jake Paul has a fight with Anthony Joshua.
It was a kind of quick turnaround. I thought this fight was a little closer to New Year's. So I didn't even know this fight was happening this weekend until everybody was like, who you got money on? Who you got money on? You're the degenerate gambler. Who you got money on? And I'm like, I didn't know the fight was this weekend.
The degenerate gambler is crazy.
I would have had $50 on Joshua, goddammit.
You know, this might be the fight I start betting on because I wasn't wrong.
You weren't wrong on the Crawford fight either.
Yeah, to be honest, that was pure luck. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a lot of my Spanish homies was like, you know, Canelo's gonna win, right? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm still backing Crawford. I've never seen a Crawford fight before in my life. It's just off the rip. I'm rooting for everybody black.
And I was about to say, and it's vice versa because as a Latino, you know, I was on Canelo that whole fight.
Yeah, and that was terrible. That was
no, it was a damn good. That was a damn good fight between Canelo and Crawford. What we saw last night was terrible. It was Charles Barkley terrible.
You know it's bad when the ref like, hey, cut the shit, okay?
Hey, come here. We ain't gonna be doing this. If you guys gonna fight, we gonna fight.
So basically, for those of you who didn't watch, Jake Paul went out there and played Ring Around the Rosie the entire night.
I think he was also trying to audition for Real American Wrestling,
which is crazy. That was dope. Like Hulk Hogan got put down twice in 1 year, technically. Like physically and spiritually. Like somebody tries to come out and like, yeah, I'm a rep the homie. I'm a rep Hulk Hogan. And Anthony Joshua said that doesn't work for me, brother.
Bro, the look of fear in Jake Paul's face before that right hand came across.
Hey, it's nothing like seeing that ass whooping coming. I'm gonna see if I can pull that up real quick. Did you watch the undercard?
So I got tuned in whenever you told me it was the Silva and Woodley fight. Okay. I got tuned in the second round of that fight.
All right. So that was a very interesting fight. The very first fight, it was the individual. Oh, what the? Something is. My phone is tripping. I'm trying to charge it and off the computer. Let me put it down and see if that helps. But yeah, it was an interesting fight. I forget the names of the individuals who were on the card. I can also pull that up. But it was one of the fighters' very first like professional fight on a stage this big, and he went out there and he whooped Buddy.
This is the first fight, right?
Yeah, the first fight. I'm pulling up the card right now.
Yeah, because it was only like a 4 or 5 match card.
So it was 4 in the prelims, and then it got started with Jamal Harvey versus Kevin Cervantes. It looks like the undercard had a knockout on it as well, or the preliminaries had a knockout on it as well. So I might go back and watch that. But Jamal Harvey defeated, I believe it was Kevin Cervantes. It looked like it was his first fight too. Harvey was 1-0, Cervantes was 5-0, and there was no knockdown, but it seemed like Cervantes was scared to fight. Harvey was a switch hitter, similar to Terrence Crawford.
Okay, so he could switch on a dime and pop you with his left if he wanted to.
Yeah, so every time I feel like Cervantes got comfortable with his right, he'd switch over to southpaw. And so that was
all right.
Yeah, no, I'd go back and watch it. The undercard was pretty cool. Then we had Tyron Woodley versus Anderson Silva. And that was
before we get any further with this, Anderson Silva is a 50-year-old man who I personally watched his leg turn into a fucking bendable like bracelet.
Not the snap.
And I watched this 50-year-old man step back, touch his glove to his shoe, and then uppercut motherfucker with the same hand.
He had to wind that bitch up. He said, "Let me charge him." You know, you ever seen a basketball player rub the bottom of his shoe?
You're like, oh no, he's about to cross me up, diabolical.
Somebody said the Dude Wipes knew exactly what they were doing when they sponsored Tyron Woodley, and they put the Dude Wipes logo on his back, because we'd be seeing a whole hell of a lot of that throughout his boxing career.
See, and they talked about it during the fight. Like, these are 2 UFC legends. Tyron Woodley didn't ever really, end up on his back or his stomach all that much being knocked out in the UFC. Buddy, I don't think boxing's your game.
Yeah, he's also a wrestler. Hey, look, go over there to a Real American Brawling or whatever they're doing with Hulk Hogan's likeness.
Whatever the hell Bischoff's gonna call it now.
Yeah, that's one thing that bothers me. Since we didn't already brought up Hogan here, I don't like the fact that they're still using his commercials on Monday Night Raw.
They are?
Yes. If you watch on Netflix, they are most definitely still.
Again, I don't watch weekly products, so.
It might, we'll talk about it because we're going to get into that. But every time I see that commercial, my skin crawls a little bit because he's not here anymore. And Jake Paul did not do a lot to protect his legacy last night. But
you want to talk about that entrance?
Yes, I have. But wait, we gotta hit the women, because that was the most interesting fight. Yeah, that was the most interesting fight of the night for me. Alicia Baumgardner. I just started covering boxing within the last year. Alicia Baumgardner was one of the first names that I really gravitated towards. I eventually got to Clarissa Shields when I found out that she put hands on Remy Ma. But Alicia Baumgardner and Nico Ali Walsh were really 2 of the first fighters that I went out of the way to follow and keep up with. And it was very interesting to see her defend her championship against Layla Boudouin.
Boudouin?
And when I heard her trainer talk, it made perfect sense to me. French
Uh,
Canadian young woman.
I also want to point out massive kudos to the women here, especially Alicia Bumgartner for going, hey, I want men's rounds. I want 12 3-minute rounds.
And
And
she dropped the title for that.
oh yeah, well, I don't know if she dropped the title. I just think she didn't defend it.
Okay. I to be honest with you,
Because it was going to be a unified title match, but the WBC does not feel that women's fight should go 12 3-minute rounds, and I feel like Alicia Bumgartner just kind of proved them wrong.
yeah, most definitely. This was a very interesting fight. I believe Baumgartner took 10 rounds to Boudouin's 2.
I felt like a lot of respect to Boudouin. She got her ass beat for 12 rounds.
36 minutes.
Only got knocked down once.
Yeah. And that was she got cooked. But her trainer, her trainer did a good job in the moment, but she need to fire her trainer. Because her trainer's like, this is still your fight to win. This is still your fight to win.
Yeah, this is still your fight. This is still your fight. I can't see out of either eye, sir.
Like, if you look at me dead in the face and I look like Hitch with an allergic reaction, my shit just all puffed up everywhere because I didn't got leather put on me. Don't sit here and tell me it's my fight to win. Please don't do that.
Also, why did Layla Ali hate her so much?
Who?
Boudouin. Isn't that who was on commentary talking shit the whole fight?
No, I don't think she was on commentary for the fight. She was an analyst, but she was more like an in-between fight analyst. But she did do a lot of big shit talking. And honestly, she got it. I'm not going to argue with Layla Ali.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the daughter of one of the greatest of all time, who then came on to be one of the greatest of all time in her sports. You're not about to argue with Layla Ali about anything. Like,
yeah. I just want to know why there was so much hate on that commentary booth.
Because I feel like she got beat on for the entire fight. It didn't feel like a title fight to me.
That she did. Oh, dude, like, that post-fight interview where Alicia was saying, "Oh, I wasn't hurt at all.
I'm good, still good." Alicia Baumgartner said, "I could do another one."
Yeah, even my wife said that it looked like she could go for another 4 rounds.
Yeah, she was okay. I don't think anybody got gassed in any of the rounds except for Jake Paul. But I think that was a cool little fight. She wants the main event next, and with Jake Paul looking to take a step back from boxing, which he most definitely should after this fight. Yeah, let some other people main event these MVP fights. It doesn't all need to be Jake Paul.
Oh, and speaking of, you just said that he got gassed quick. Buddy was breathing through a straw, like right after the second round.
Yeah, that was it. We might as well hit the main event because we're here now. It was bad. Like, everybody
for 5 rounds, yes.
I think Conor Ben said you got to respect Jake Paul because he went in there and went X amount of rounds with one of the top 5 heavyweights in the world right now.
Now, do people forget who the fight was originally scheduled against?
Yes, they do, and it's funny.
Yeah,
Ryan. Go ahead.
You don't go from trying to fight the 5'4" Gervonta Davis, which, mind you, he is still a badass. Gervonta Davis will still send your head to the moon like a fucking rock'em sock'em robot.
Facts.
But Anthony Joshua is 6'7", 240 pounds.
Yeah.
That is a massive difference.
I feel like this was the very best case scenario for Jake Paul because,
A broken jaw is the best case scenario?
no, think about it. I'm talking about in the entire scope of things. So you have a fight
Oh, yeah.
scheduled, and for some reason that fight doesn't work out. At a certain point, you don't get your deposit back if you book a stadium. Like I could book a cruise right now. I could book a Carnival cruise right now, and if I cancel too close to the date I'm supposed to go on a cruise, I ain't getting shit back.
Yeah, because they already planned for you. They got a bunch of shit in your name already.
So it's the same here. You book a venue, the original fight doesn't work. Fuck, who I'm gonna fight? I saw some videos. Some people were trying to step up. Not Marvin Sapp. Bob Sapp wanted to fight. Remember Bob? Did I send you that video?
See, I don't doubt that Jake Paul would have beat Bob Sapp. I feel like Jake Paul's stamina would have been a little better than Bob Sapp's, but Bob Sapp also with one punch can send you down to the ground.
That's true. And, he got out there and he thought that because he was training to fight a smaller person, and I will say this, Ryan Garcia, who I believe fought Tank last, said he didn't see the fight going any different, whether it was Anthony Joshua or Tank Davis. I think it was just the fact that this guy who is used to fighting retired fighters got in there with somebody who's in the top 5 of their division right now.
Oh, absolutely. Again, Anthony Joshua is a top pound for pound fighter in the world. Like, I think he called out Tyson Fury at the end of this fight. So,
yeah,
that is heavy knockout power. And that is something that Jake Paul had not faced before. And all it took was one right cross.
That wasn't even a hook. Like, that wasn't even a haymaker. That wasn't one of the power punches. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more than a jab broke your jaw in 2 places. And he saw it coming. Let me find that picture. Like, it's always the one you see coming that's gonna mess you up the most. He should have most definitely.
What did Mark Marrow say after he found out Sable was cheating on him with Brock? It was something. It was something along the lines of, going into that teaches you a little something about humility.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. The look in Jake Paul's eyes as Anthony Joshua prepared for that right cross was magical. Look at the smile on his face. Joshua's like, "Oh, I got him scared."
I have never seen a more "gotcha, bitch" face in my life.
Dude, you know the Pepe the Frog getting ready to punch meme? I saw that underlined with that same picture.
I have that too. Let me find it. I'm
like, dude, that one. Yeah, that last little bit, but we've got to talk about the fact that
wait.
Jake Paul was. Oh, go ahead.
Real quick, I saw this video, and they said it was somebody ringside of the fight. They said that they heard Logan stand up and say something to the effect of, "You ain't got this. My brother's whooping your ass right now. Your legacy is tarnished because you haven't put him down yet." And this is in between the 5th and the 6th round.
He's like, "Let me lock in real quick."
Yeah, And then right after that, I saw a video of them both in the hospital. Jake is in the hospital bed, and Logan's just standing next to him, stone face. Like, yeah, that was you. You did that.
Yeah,
This
just
is your
like
fault.
you had to open your mouth, Logan. You had to open your mouth. Look, if you would have kept talking, he might have went after you.
Yeah, it was. You know it's bad when the ref pulls you in and is like, "Hey, the fans didn't pay for this shit."
Yeah, if we're gonna fight, we're gonna fight. Like Jake Paul was running. And it doesn't help whenever your opponent has like half a fucking foot on you and is controlling the center of the ring.
And a 10-inch reach too, or 10-inch reach advantage. I want to say 10 plus maybe.
Like, bro, Jake had to know that he was going to get cooked in this fight, but he tried. He got a couple good shots in on Joshua, and I think those just made him feel alive.
Yeah, it's like I'm really doing it. My favorite point in the match, and when I noticed what Jake Paul will do when he's hurt, but he doesn't want to admit it, he'll stick his tongue out.
Oh, dude, I've seen that in so many fights. Like, it's kind of a confidence thing. Like, oh shit, I'm rocked, but if I show that I'm not hurt, maybe they'll get intimidated, and then you get knocked out the next punch.
That was the icing on the cake for me. And the post interview, just incredibly conceited. He said, "I already won." You could tell he was still loopy.
I won at life. There's nothing I can't do except beat Anthony Joshua.
He beat me here, but I'm still winning at life. That's so. The Caucasian.
Just say that with a broken jaw too, bro.
Yeah,
Like
I don't.
that was the funny part. He's like, I think he broke my jaw. Hold on. Spits up a glob of blood. Yeah, it's definitely
He
broken.
broke my jaw. Give us a break, Jake. Book some better fights.
He did say he's gonna take a hiatus. He said he's gonna take a couple months, maybe a couple of years off of fighting. At least that's what I heard in the post-fight interview. Which, by the way, Anthony Joshua is more over than some professional wrestlers dream of being.
Over. Just, but you have to think of the connotation. I'll throw it back to Layla Ali. She's saying Anthony Joshua has to put this man down. Her exact words were, "I'm gonna look at you crazy if you don't put this man down in the 4th round." By the 4th round, he shouldn't go longer than 4 rounds. So, to that respect, he went longer than one of the greatest all times thinks he should have. People are also comparing this fight to the Francis Ngannou fight. Francis didn't run.
No, because Francis was in there throwing bombs with Joshua. Ngannou wanted to get hit in the face by one of the hardest punchers in the world.
Yeah, he wasn't scared.
But they did also mention that, like, the last time that Joshua had fought was, or not, last time that he fought, but the last time he fought a, crossover was when he fought Ngannou and he dominated him. Like, this is Anthony Joshua's sport.
Yeah. You can't step to, you know what this reminds me of? You remember Pros versus Joes?
Hey, shout out to Kofi on YouTube. More Kofi, who's doing a rewatch of the Pros versus Joes season 1. I loved Pros versus Joes growing up, dude.
Yeah, you people, you think because you had it in high school, you still got it. You don't got it.
Dude, I still remember the episode of Pros versus Joes where I don't remember who the other athletes were, but Kurt Angle was one of the athletes, and they're like, "Oh, we're in there with a pro wrestler. You know, he hasn't wrestled Olympically in like 20 years. That don't mean shit."
Yeah, no, he completely embarrassed some people. I was waiting for you to bring that up, but and even with the audacity of Jake Paul to be like, yeah, when I come back, I want to fight for the cruiserweight at a cruiserweight level. Did you not just see Anderson Silva touch his heel and then come up with the coldest uppercut I've ever seen?
That is a dude. He had Tyrone Woodley in the absolute cinema fucking pose.
And again, shout out to whoever put the Dude Wipes logo on Tyron Woodley's back, because we've seen a lot of that in these MVP fights.
But and to jump back to that fight again, like Tyrone Woodley was hot after the fight. He's like, I want a fight with less than or with more than 3 weeks preparation.
Yeah, and again, you got to do what you got to do. Get that money, save that money. In the case of Jake Paul, I don't want to be out. You got to. I can imagine it has to be at least 6 figures to book an arena.
Dude, especially where were they? They were in Miami.
Yeah, it has to be at least 6 figures.
That's not a cheap venue either.
So if you can't have the fight when you're supposed to, at least reschedule the fight. And that's what happened. He took the fight. He got a massive payday. Again, anybody would take a hit from prime Anthony Joshua for $90 million. Sign me up right the fuck now.
Add one more zero, motherfucker. I'm not taking a fucking punch for just 90.
90 million?
Yeah, give me 900 million, motherfucker. If I'm not gonna wake up for a week, I at least like to have a pillow of money to wake up on.
They're not gonna give you $1 billion to take a punch like that. But sign me up for 90 million right now. It's Christmas time. I'm down to my dick and balls, bro.
Bro, after seeing the smile on Anthony Joshua's face before that right cross, I don't know that's boogeyman energy, bro.
He charged that bitch up. He said, "All right, you gonna run for 5 rounds? I got something for you."
Falcon punch.
And it was, how many times did Jake Paul go down that wasn't counted?
Okay, so off of those clinches that tried to be like takedowns, I want to say 4, but there was a point in I think the 5th round that he got knocked down twice. And I heard Mario say that they didn't have a 3 knockdown rule. So that means that there was going to be no TKO.
Yeah,
but
so it was a real fight.
I think Logan was on his ass like maybe 10 times throughout the fight.
So, and
because lest we forget the time he tried to take down Joshua and then claimed he got hit in the nuts.
I mean, it was his fault because I think Anthony Joshua's knee might have grazed a testicle or whatever, but you pulled him down.
Like, yeah, that was you. We saw it. We caught you on camera.
And the rule might have changed, but back, like, I still play Fight Night Volume 3 religiously. And if you get 3 knockdowns in 1 round, the fight is over.
That's TKO. That's how it's always been, I thought.
I don't necessarily know all the rules. I'm getting there.
Well, there's still territory commissions for this type of shit because they were going off of Florida rules, which was the 8 3-minute rounds. Which I don't think I've ever seen a fight just go 8 rounds.
You gave 12 to the women, so I was okay with that.
That was a title fight, though.
True. Speaking of titles, Terrence Crawford just retired this week.
And he said, "Fuck the WBC" on his way out.
He did. Terrence Crawford said, "Man, fuck y'all." And then after that, he said, "You know what? I don't have anything else to prove." He said,
No, what was he? 38-0, undefeated.
42-0 with 38 knockouts.
42-0.
Yeah.
38 knockouts. That's where I saw the 38.
Who else you gonna fight now? You gonna pull a Vince McMahon and fight God at Judgment Day? Like who the fuck else you gonna fight? You didn't knock everybody out.
Hey, I don't know if Pacquiao's coming out of retirement for that fight. Okay.
I don't think Pacquiao got nothing for Crawford.
But man, imagine a prime Pacquiao versus Crawford. That would be fire.
Prime Mayweather versus Crawford would be fire. But I don't remember how they did against switch hitters. And that was the downfall of Canelo. That was the downfall of Kevin Cervantes in the Source fight. Like, you've been getting hit one way, and then they switch it up on you, and you're like, huh?
Hit the Tim the Tool Man Allen.
Yeah, we had two ghosts retire this week. Terrence Bud Crawford said, "I'd have made enough money." If you let me pull that picture up, just like him standing in the ring with all his belts.
Didn't he have 7?
He what do you mean? He won 7?
Like he had 7 belts whenever he retired. Like at the end of that fight, didn't he have like 7 titles on him?
He did. But like, this is the picture I'm referring to. Right here. I shouldn't have stopped sharing my screen. But this picture right here says it all.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Oh!
Like, yeah. Like,
now that's a belt collector.
Who else do you need to fight?
I think the answer is who else is there? Who is there that you haven't beat?
Right, like, it's too much.
Like this ain't pro wrestling. We ain't gonna see him going out there and being like open challenge. Whoever wants to take a shot, who at first come first serve.
No, we're not gonna see none of that. But that's crazy. That right there is wild. We also had another GOAT retire this week. Man, oh man. Do you want to talk about we're not going to cover the whole show.
No, because it was a fun show though. Minus the first match ending, it was a really fun show.
Unless this turns into a debut angle for Obafemi.
Dude, if we get Oba versus Drew as like first program, that's gonna be killer.
I think and like I'll say it this way, this is all I'll mention on that fight. I think Oba should cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Championship, and then Drew McIntyre should cost Obafemi the NXT Championship, and then we just have a bad blood feud.
It's too close to the Rumble. Because I would be like, we could get that done and then have Oba eliminate Drew from the Rumble.
I mean, and we can go with that. That can be more fuel to the fire. But let's run with this bad blood feud. Shout out to the Chokeslam. I guess Undertaker and Kane have been retired long enough for people to start using it on the main roster again. And I love that for us because we saw 2 Chokeslams in a week. One from Obafemi, the other from Jade Cargill.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jade Cargill did use a chokeslam.
I love that for us. Obafemi versus Cody Rhodes was a banger until it wasn't. Bayley is the most giving woman in women's professional wrestling, and you can't convince me otherwise. Because she put on a free clinic for women's wrestlers from around the country, possibly the world, and all they had to do was fly to Florida, and she covered everything else. She had John Cena there for that, and then
Yeah,
she
I was
put
just
over.
about to bring that up.
Yeah, John Cena stayed 8 hours to watch matches, and then she put over Sol Ruka.
But hey, lest we forget, she had her first in-ring interaction with Izzy as well at that little wrestling camp. So like this, you know, what Bailey did this last couple of months has been incredible.
Bailey's kids are starting to come out. I can't wait to see what happens with Izzy. Even though,
Bailey's kids, that's gonna be hilarious. Damn, that fucking makes me feel old. Do you know that?
yeah, me too. And it's crazy because I think Izzy's dad and Lindsay Dorado have on-site beef.
I think to this day still, yes.
On-site beef. And shout out to Lindsay Dorado. He's been working with WWE quietly forever at this point.
Still making that check. Actually, he made Blake Christian's Vanilla Bandito mask for that Ring of Honor show.
What's that, Final Battle?
Yeah.
Shout out to Lindsay Dorado. I've seen him wrestle live too. Very interesting. I love the fact when I saw him, he came out in a velvet robe.
Dude, he's been doing that. It is so aesthetic. It's hilarious.
It's perfect. Then we had the tag match. AJ Lee. Excuse me. I mean, technically, AJ Lee versus Leon Slater and the young OG Javon Evans. AJ Lee is the internet's tag team name for Dragon Lee and AJ Styles.
I think I like it better than what they called him on TV. Phenomenally.
Phenomenally. That reminds me too
It
much
reminds me of
of
Queen
AJ.
Free.
Yeah, I just give us AJ Lee. But they've been putting on bangers.
Dude, like, just with everybody. They're like, hey, Dragon Lee, you're one of the best wrestlers in the world that just has not been able to show it for the last 3 years. AJ Styles is AJ fucking Styles. So, hey, let's give them two of the youngest, bounciest boys in all of pro wrestling.
And bounce they did. That was match of the night for me.
Oh, it's the only match that really got me up on my feet, entertainment wise. We'll get to the other match shortly.
We're here. We're here now. John Cena versus Gunther. Now, the initial backlash of this match from the internet, they didn't like it. What can I say? People were mad. People were pissed. Somebody uploaded a picture from a hospital bed and said, "Thank you, John Cena, for teaching me how to give
up." Dude, the amount of memes I saw after that. I saw one that was clipped with the South Park, the children's hospital. No hope. No hope.
I'm going to see if I can find it. Come on, Twitter fingers.
Yeah, we got some great meme content out of the John Cena's final match, but to the people that genuinely were pissed off, what did you think was going to happen? What did you expect?
I can tell you what they expected. They expected for John Cena to ride into the sunset. They thought John Cena was going to have his moment.
Oh my God, it's Jesse Davin. That's even better.
Shout out to Jesse Davin.
Huge shout out, Jesse Davin.
Hilarious. Thank you for teaching me how to give up. I didn't like the match because for me, John Cena went on tour before the match and was like, people have been saying I don't know how to wrestle. So I learned a lot of stuff from a lot of people. He didn't use shit that he learned in his almost 30-year career against Gunther. He used him 5 moves, and then eventually he went to sleep. He tapped. He said, I'm done. I'm giving it up. And it was a weak-ass tap, too.
Yeah, I want to ask you about that.
Yes.
The image of Cena with a faint smile and the light 3 taps. How did you feel about that being the end?
Okay. Hold on.
Because we all expected that Gunther was going to win. I predicted that he was going to make Cena tap out, but I don't think I saw that face in my predictions.
So John Cena, after this, posted a picture of Star Wars fans are familiar with this. Obi-Wan Kenobi smiling as he's about to be struck down by Darth Vader.
To help Luke grow.
So, John Cena had an Obi-Wan Kenobi moment. He's helping. He knew he had helped the business grow in his final act in the business.
What did he do? And what did he do in his final act? He just made WWE's next supervillain. Yes. Gunther was already diabolical. He is now at Lex Luthor status.
Oh, and the promo afterwards, he walked out there and he said, and it was crazy because people tried to remind him that he tapped, and I thought he was gonna say so did John Cena, but he went out there and he said, I made John Cena tap like a little bitch. And he just tossed the mic and he walked off.
And he came back, grabbed the mic again.
I made John Cena tap like a little bitch.
He did that on top of the announce table too, right in front of Cole.
Victory lap. And so then after that, he goes through the back, and it's a bunch of low mid-carders talking shit. And he's like, okay, and fuck you too. I'll beat your ass just like I beat his ass. Like that was the best you had. That was y'all go. Then, of course, what's his name? Baldy Mick Authority Pants.
Pierce.
Adam Pierce sends him home for the day. And AJ Styles is leaning up against Gunther's Mercedes. And as he's driving off, he hits AJ Styles with the "You Can't See Me" taunt. Now, and I've said this, nobody responded, and that's okay. I'll be tweeting and just saying shit to myself sometimes. I think Triple H might be cooking. Unfortunately, Triple H doesn't have a 4-burner stove, even a 5-burner stove. Triple H has a fucking hot plate.
He got old Coleman.
Triple H has old Coleman. He can only cook one story at a time. Everything else is floundering. This Gunther story is going to be generational. Do you understand me? I need Gunther to now go retire everybody. Who's next? AJ Styles, saddened. Brock Lesnar, hurry fucking get him out of here. Let's expedite that nigga up out of here.
Dude, if he's the one that retires Randy Orton, imagine the nuclear level heat he would have the next show.
He has to. I'm the legend killer now. Because
Not only did I make Cena give up, but I killed the legend killer.
I killed the legend killer. I am the legend killer. He's gonna hit us with the Captain Phillips. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the legend killer now.
I am the killer now.
It's me. But yeah, AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, Chris Jericho,
Randy Orton,
R-Truth.
Oh, dude, no, don't you even, because like that could literally be at Elimination Chamber. Like you can take Truth off of TV for permanent if Gunther just obliterates him on Elimination Chamber. I want Jimmy Uso level of bleeding in that match.
Yeah. Because once someone finally beats him, they are also going to be a big deal.
Oh yeah, whoever beats him will eventually be the maybe top babyface.
Yes, gotta be. And
as a matter of fact, in this run, I want him to beat Cody. Maybe not for the title, but like if Cody drops the belt, have him beat Cody. Have him beat all of your baby faces until you can build up Javon Evans.
Fuck it. Let him retire Roman.
Take out Superman and fucking Batman.
Let him retire Roman too. Let him retire everybody until we have somebody that can beat this man. Let it shit. I don't necessarily care who it is.
Here's another one. Have him retire Ray. Even though we should give that to Dom, but imagine Gunther just treating Rey Mysterio like Big Show and Brock used to it back in the day.
No, I think let Dominic Mysterio retire Ray, and that be the launch of the babyface Dominic Mysterio that beats Gunther. But just like give us a break with the Eddie Guerrero greatest hits for a moment before that, and bring it back when he retires. When not retires Gunther, beats Gunther, because I don't want Gunther to retire at this point.
At this point, Gunther may have just given himself something to work with for the next decade.
Yeah.
His in-ring work doesn't have to be top tier. He can just be great on the microphone and be like, it doesn't matter. I beat John Cena and made him retire. I made everybody retire.
All right. So real quick, we're going to run through Sports Illustrated's year-end list on the takedown. For those of you who don't know, every year, Sports Illustrated goes through the best and worst of wrestling in that year. And I got to tell it to you, AEW swept. WWE is not on here at all, or barely on here at all. And at the points where they are on here, it's mainly the women's division that is carrying. Honestly, the women's division have been carrying WWE for a very long time. I'm glad Rhea Ripley isn't at the forefront anymore because she was getting tired. I was getting tired of her. But it's bad. So, storyline of the year was Adam Page's redemption arc. I don't like the word Hangman. That shit was just printed in front of my face. If you watch, you know I don't necessarily fool with that name. But to go from burning Swerve's house down.
They gave this man a full-blown like Red Dead Redemption like story. It's kind of crazy that they were able to actually translate that to the ring. And it's hard to argue, man. Like, we went from hating his guts early in the year to getting fully behind him and seeing him not necessarily apologize, but acknowledge the fucked up shit that he had done.
Yeah. And
So, yeah, I don't think there's a story elsewhere that tops that one this year.
is that complex? Absolutely not. Everything else is very very trivial. I can't necessarily disagree with it. This next one I do disagree with, however. They have Adam Page and Jon Moxley as a rivalry of the year. Honestly, I think Jon Moxley versus the AEW Championship was the rivalry of the year. Because when I tell you,
Death Riders versus the industry.
he threw that bitch in a briefcase. We not see the title until Hangman won it.
Dude, it was like, how long? A year? 8, 9 months?
Yeah. You can't argue with me that Jon Moxley is not the ace of WWE. Damn. AEW.
And that story was so crazy too, because like by the time we finally saw the belt again, they had not touched it since they put it in the briefcase.
It still had Daniel Bryan's plates on it.
Yeah, like that was also a damn good story. Was as much as I hated it and how long it dragged on and how every pay-per-view felt like it ended the same.
Yeah.
There's very few chasing after the title stories that do better than what AEW did with the Death Riders. You wanted everybody to beat him. You didn't care if it was Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, fucking Darby Allin, until we finally got to Hangman. So
it doesn't help that AEW has probably the wrestlers with the best work rate in the world right now.
Yeah, and Moxley's brawler style does work with damn near every style of wrestling.
Like, even the matches that built towards Adam Page winning the belt were great. Will Ospreay versus Adam Page in Arizona. The shootout in the desert. Bro. Like,
dude, that final shot still was crazy. Of Will Ospreay getting ready for the hidden blade and Hangman standing on the edge of the other side of the ring.
I honestly, my wrestler of the year is Will Ospreay.
He did pull some Kurt Angle style shit this year.
That for me, it's Ospreay.
That shit was fucked, and he wrestled on it until he absolutely couldn't.
Yeah, it's a best cage match I've ever seen in my life, and I was there live.
Him and Fletch.
Yes, bro.
That dude, you almost forget that was early this year. That was Revolution, wasn't it?
That was March, yeah.
Like, it's crazy because how fast we think the year goes by, and then we remember something from March or February, and we go, God damn, that feels like forever ago.
Yeah, and it almost feels like last year.
Now, to the people that are upset with that, like, who in WWE would you even try to put close to Wrestler of the Year like that? It's not Seth. He got hurt. Punk was out for a portion of the year.
The answer is a woman. It has to be.
And you go there, you either go Naomi, you go Io, who was on fire all last year.
I gotta go Io. It has to be Io. Like, yeah, Wrestler of the Year in WWE for me is Io.
It's hard to argue. It's hard to argue, but I 100% agree. WWE's Wrestler of the Year does fall to a female this year.
Absolutely. And then the runner-ups this year was for the rivalry of the year was Tony Storm and Mariah May, CM Punk and Seth
Dude,
Rollins.
that gave one of the greatest women's matches I've ever seen in my life. How did that
Yes.
not win Rivalry of the Year?
I feel like it was because it took up so little of this year.
Because it was mostly a last year's story.
Yeah. So I understand that. Because right after that match, we're done. We got heel turn of the year, Naomi. Yes.
Yeah. It's not even close.
No.
It's who was the runner-up? Who is the runner-up?
John Cena and Becky Lynch.
Y'all can fucking go argue with the goddamn brick wall.
Yeah, because we've already seen that the John Cena heel turn was just for a viral moment.
Becky's heel turn was up there for turn of the year.
Yeah, I guess it was a bad year for heel turns.
I guess so, man.
Maybe because the title was involved.
Except for Naomi. Naomi, without a shadow of a doubt, reinvented herself perfectly this year.
I'll say Naomi has got to be the runner-up for the year. The real person who turned, the real organization that turned heel on us was TKO. Because fuck you talk about you raise the ticket prices, but you're not raising the quality of the product.
Yeah, you got to give it to him. Heel turn of the year definitely got to go to the organization.
You got people wishing Vince McMahon was back.
Do you have any idea how fucked up you got to be to want him back?
After what we learned, after what we didn't discovered about this man, you want him back? Yeah, okay.
Back Brock Lesnar, and they're still thinking Vince would be a better idea.
Yeah, okay. That's all I got to say at this point. Yeah, all right. Best on the mic, timeless Tony Storm. I can't disagree.
Would that fall as best on the mic or best character?
Both, maybe?
Because, like, I do love her promos. They do get me to laugh, but, like, I don't know if I'd say she's the best promo. I'd say she's the best character in professional wrestling right now.
Who's better on the mic? In your opinion?
Well, MJF is really good on the mic, and when his promos aren't the same goddamn thing.
This year.
Nah, shit, now that I'm thinking about it. I also don't watch Weekly Product, so I don't see a whole lot of promos no more.
This year was kind of weird for promos. But I you know what? I'll take
like,
the runner-up.
If you think about it, wouldn't you give it to like the best manager as well? Maybe.
Heyman did have to do a lot of work this year.
Heyman was pulling this year, bro.
Because he's had to have interactions with all of his guys, and then Seth Rollins blew his knee out, and it basically became his faction. They're saying that the Vision is his faction now.
Adam Page is really good on the microphone, I think. I think he draws a lot of emotion, a lot of...
And that's the runner-up.
Okay. See, 1 and 2, I can't argue with what they got for best on mic.
So check this out. We were just talking about this. Best in ring this year went to Will Ospreay. And the runner-up is Io Sky and Konosuke Takeshita.
You can't argue with that top 3, dude. You cannot.
No. You can't.
Like if we're talking every aspect of in-ring work, those 3 have everything.
I feel like Bandito was overlooked. this year.
Yeah, but he was also hurt a good portion of the year too. He gave himself a concussion on his return.
I forgot about that.
You can't be touted as best in ring and you take your own self out with a drop kick.
Yeah, and it was just a drop kick too. Breakout wrestler of the year, Kyle Fletcher. Can't argue with that.
Who was breakout star of the year last year? Does it tell you?
Jacob Fatu.
I feel like Fletcher had a better last year than Fatu did, but
He did,
okay.
but again, like a lot of people,
But this year was easily the year of Fletcher.
Yeah, because he was part of my favorite match this year. I can't argue with it.
Who was runner-up? Javon Evans?
Dominic Mysterio and Javon Evans.
Okay, I can agree with that there.
So this one, I don't think anybody. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is a new award for this year. Comeback of the year went to Ilya Dragunov, with the runner-ups hilariously being Becky Lynch and Bandito.
Ooh, what did Becky Lynch come back from?
Not resigning immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bandito once again gave himself a concussion.
And he was hurt before that too.
I
think it was something with his arm.
He had weird booking to me though, because I feel like Brodito was thrown together because they didn't get the deal done with Matthews.
Yeah. No, I think Matthews is hurt.
Is he?
Yeah, Matthews messed up his ankle.
Oh shit, I think you're right, because wasn't that at the Grand Slam show or something like that? Yeah. I do remember that now. But
so
that was March?
Yeah. Let's see. Tag team of the year. FTR bald, FTR-armed.
Yeah, anytime you have a tag team of the year, if FTR isn't up in there, it's because one of them was hurt most of the year.
I disagree. To me, and you should already know who I feel like I just got a fucking ad and it took my whole shit down. You know who I feel like the tag team of the year was this year? I'll give you a wild guess. You should know this.
I'm assuming we hurt people?
We hurt people. They were never not in the running.
Like, I feel like booking goes against them here because they should have had the tag team titles. They should have been tag team champions for a year. Like, you bring in Benjamin and Bobby and you look at both men and you're like, and you don't immediately push them to the stratosphere, even in their age. Come on, man.
We're going to speed run through the rest of these.
Hurt people should have been tag team of the year, but yeah, FTR gets it this year.
Match of the year, Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 41. A lot of people called this day of the show. And if you think about it, WrestleMania happened in April this year?
April 1st, I believe.
April 1st and 2nd?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
If you have your match of the year in the second quarter of the year, you're cooked. You're cooked. You had 8 more months. You couldn't top
to put up something better.
You couldn't top that in 8 months?
It was the story behind it, dude. And Not just the story, but the in-ring work also. Like, those three girls fucking killed it.
Yeah. And the crazy part is Adam Page is in both of the runner-ups. There's Page versus Moxley at All In, and Page versus Ospreay at Double or Nothing. And we already mentioned that. Ospreay was in the match of the year last year. So this is some very consistent lists. You got Show of the Year, AEW Double or Nothing. One of the runner-ups of the match of the year was there. That makes sense. Let's see what WWE shows are in here. Evolution, excuse me. And All in
Wait,
Texas.
that was this year?
Yes, Evolution. That's when Naomi won her belt.
Good God. I just forgot I was on an Evolution show.
It was. So we're going to, male and female wrestlers of the year were both the winners of the Owen this year. It's Adam Page and Mercedes Moné. Can't disagree with Monet. Who were the runner-ups for? Because like she fucking held every belt.
I was going to say, she won everything. I think she only lost like 3 matches the whole year.
Yeah. And she only lost 3 of her belts. Let's see. I got to run through this shit. I'm getting hungry. John Cena and John Moxley are runner-up for male wrestlers of the year. John Cena makes sense. John Moxley is ace that runs the place, damn it. So,
and again, Adam Page gave us the best character story of the year. So it's hard to argue that with a character that matches his in-ring work, that it wouldn't equal out.
And he won a world championship this year. That doesn't AEW Promotion of the Year with runner-up CMLL and WWE. I 100% agree with that. Maybe not WWE at third. Honestly,
I think TNA had a better year than WWE did.
Who? TNA?
I think TNA might have had a better year than WWE this year.
Only when WWE wasn't involved.
Valid.
I feel like WWE drugged TNA down this year. Like it was cool at first. Now it's not giving what it should. There's no reason the only person that has held the TNA belt or WWE belt in TNA is the Hardys. That doesn't make sense to me.
Oh shit! Yeah, I guess you're right.
And we have the Legacy Award. Of course, that went to John Cena.
Oh, this is a new award too, isn't it? The Legacy Award. Like it's only been given like the last 3 years or some shit like that.
Let me see. I don't see a runner-up. So,
because I think, shit, I want to say I saw something about that the other day.
I'm not sure. No, it doesn't. I don't have a runner-up here.
Well, to be fair, this was Cena's retirement run. There's not a whole lot of other legacies that came to a conclusion. Oh no, I think they gave it to Sting last year for his retirement.
That makes sense. So it's basically a retirement award. Dope. I'm gonna rapid fire some news real quick. Tessa Blanchard says she said something crazy 10 years ago. People are still calling her racist for clickbait. Get over it. No. Absolutely not.
That's not how that situation works.
No, it's not. And it seems like we got some heavy promo going. We got some territories forming. It seems like West Coast Pro has linked up with Pride Style Wrestling, and they are working with a large group of independent promotions, including Action Wrestling and some other wrestling organizations, and they're going to be holding a show on April 1st and 2nd where we would usually have the shows booked around WrestleMania. So uh, the full conglomeration. Shout out to not Kyle Fletcher and them, Mark Briscoe and them. Is West Coast Pro Action Wrestling, New Texas Pro Wrestling, St. Louis Anarchy Wrestling, and Pride Style Wrestling are coming together to form the new initiative.
That is a huge territory, I'm gonna say, because that's west deep into the Midwest.
Yeah, it's basically everybody then linked up. And that's going to be April 16th and 17th in Las Vegas, along with, WrestleMania weekend. Again, we love when wrestling is everywhere. And the Masked Man is revealed to be Austin Theory. Surprise to no one.
I was about to say, can I get my cookie now?
Yeah, and it's crazy because I knew it was Theory by the shoulders, but some people knew it was Theory by the cakes.
And to them's, I didn't know we had baseball pant watchers in wrestling.
Hey, look,
I know that ass. I know that ass anywhere.
I know that ass thing. That's wild. Look, that's it for us, y'all. We said we were gonna go 45 minutes.
And we then went 30 minutes over.
Yeah, I gotta get ready for work. My stomach is about to eat through my back. Matt is gonna be here tomorrow for football.
Raw ball. We've got 3 more weeks of this, y'all, and then we will be back for the Super Bowl. And I might be covering every Broncos playoff game, so we will see that.
I gotta get ready to go to work.
Same here.
We might have our own little year-end thing here, maybe next week or the year after or the week after. We're gonna see. Shout out to all 9 of you who hung out with us this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Y'all stay safe, hydrated, dry, warm. Keep your head above water. Thank you so much for rocking with us. We're gonna catch y'all later.